Hello everyone and thank you for tuning in. If you are watching this video, it's not a normal video. I am doing this because I realized that even though I try to write a description on each of my playlists, not all of them get read is why certain videos are a certain way. So I decided to make this video to clarify on the different categories that I currently have. I may even have more categories added in later, but I just want to go over some of the ones that I don't have videos for. I already have one for the Halo Custom Archive, so it explains what the Halo Custom Archive is about, but I'll go down the list here explaining this. So for the Halo News videos are mainly news videos that are just going to be anything news related, but they are going to be special compared to other ones. Otherwise, there's like literally 50 other people that do the same exact thing, so I want mine to be a little bit different. So whenever you see any of my news videos, mainly the two things that you're going to see are either A, it's going to talk about something that wasn't being really talked about much or completely ignored, or B, it's to debunk some false information going around, just to kind of get rid of all the fake news that's going around, that if it, people, tend to grab onto this and believe it so much to the point that it ends up making a false belief that is going around, and then everyone goes, wait, didn't they say such and such was going to happen? And then it doesn't happen, and then they think 3 for 3 lied to them, when in fact it was really just some other YouTuber trying to hype up something and say that a Halo game was going to release at a certain time and a certain date, and then it didn't end up happening. Then they try to say, oh, 3 for 3 lied to us, but no, it's just a YouTuber spread that around, and because he may have been popular, everyone else just followed along with it and didn't actually review the information. So that's what my news videos are going to be about. So it's going to be either any information that was really not talked about much, or just completely ignored, and it's going to also talk about any debunking any myths, any kind of falsehoods going around. The next one is the Halo Controversies series. The Halo Controversies series is actually a series that goes depth dives into some of the most common controversies we see in the Halo community. Besides the things that we see most commonly, like Sprint or Battle Royale, which I already did videos for those, even back in the day, I've seen controversies that still technically exist. They don't necessarily exist as much today, but they may have existed back in the day, and also there are other controversies no one knows about, but they do exist in a lot of discussions, and I like to take those discussions about it. I like to examine it all the way from the beginning all the way to the end and see if there's a compromise, or if I side with one side or the other. So those videos will be pretty lengthy. They can be up to almost an hour long because they go through every little detail. It's every tiny little smidget of detail, so that way I can cover the entire basis, and if anyone ever asks my opinion on it or anything, I can just give them that video and it literally just covers everything. And I know that some people don't want to watch that, but that's just a heads up advance that some videos are going to be like that. Some will just be less than 10 minutes long. Others will actually be an hour long, so just giving you a heads up. The other ones here we have are the Halo myths. That's another one I haven't done yet. I'm going to eventually get around to it, and when I do, that's going to be anything that were like questions about certain things that happened, why did they happen, and why did certain things like disappear or no longer exist, because a lot of times people like to spread around rumors about why certain things just completely disappeared or they no longer used, and try to write their own history, and I like to try and debunk that about what actually happened to certain things, and why they no longer exist. What happened to dual wielding? What happened to playable elites? What happened to the Hayabusa armor? What happened to the Flood? Why did they no longer get put in games going forward? What happened to that, and why they now all of a sudden get brought back? Those things I'm going to be eventually doing videos on that actually go a little bit further than what people normally try to say, and they try to make this whole long, convoluted story that doesn't actually make any sense. So that's to try and clear it all up. Next is the Halo ideas. This is just really fun for me if I like think of something like whether I agree with it or not. Like, say for example, should Halo have blacklisting, which is something I would support, and I would actually talk about the idea of why this would be a cool feature or a cool idea for Halo. And then there's other ones like, should Halo have double jumping or wall running, something like that. Something I might not agree with, but I just like to talk about it just for the fun of it. It kind of is a little bit controversial, possibly, but other times it might not be. So that's why I decided to dedicate a whole segment to that as well. On top of that, we have Halo off topic. This is literally anything that's off topic. For example, one of the videos I did was about the Halo gatekeeping problem, where we have people that are such high elitist little individuals that think that the entire gaming franchise revolves around them, because they think that they are the only individuals that, because they were around since the beginning, even though there's other people that were also around since the beginning, they feel that only their opinions matter, because they feel like everything has to cater towards them, because they have this instant gratification that they have to have, and everything has to revolve around them. And so I like to discuss that. I like to discuss any other off-topic stuff. I even have a separate off-topic section in general. So it's not Halo off-topic, it's just called off-topic. It's just off-topic in general, just anything. It might be gaming, it might be anything. It's just total complete anything out there. It might be completely anything unrelated. I want to have all that stuff kind of pushed aside, so that it's out of the way and not clustering everything else up. So that way people that are looking for specific playlists, they can get all their information without having to sort through the categories of or having to go through so much trying to just find what they want to look for. I also have other things like live streams and gameplay videos for custom games, and also other games like Battlefront and Battlefield with their own playlists as well. So hopefully this clears this all up. So anyone that has any questions, like why are the Halo Controversies videos so long, and why are they, so forth, people get a little bit frustrated. I get that people like to have things under a 10-minute range, but because of the fact that sometimes I like to deep dive into things, they sometimes just don't get under that 10-minute mark. So hopefully this clears everything up, and hopefully you guys are all squared away and you're all happy with everything, and that we can all at least move on. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. This is just a short one. I just wanted to get this out there. Anyways, thanks. Bye.